Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to a new episode from your beloved channel Linguamid. Okay, in this episode we will talk about a very interesting and important topic, which is money, the currency of Egypt, El Guinea. You will know everything you need to know about the currency of Egypt in this episode, so stay tuned and let's start right now. So the Egyptian pound. The Egyptian pound is a very important topic that we need to talk about, and the currency in general in Egypt, because you need to know, if you're visiting Egypt or any other country, Arab country, the main currency in Egypt and something about the history of this currency and the different deviations. Okay, so let me start with the Egyptian pound. First of all, the Egyptian pound is the main currency in Egypt. One Egyptian pound equivalent to 100 piasters. 100 piasters. But let's start with the history of the Egyptian pound. When did it start to appear? Okay, actually the Egyptian pound started in the 19th century. Okay, 19th century, in the time of Muhammad Ali Pasha, precisely 1830s. Okay, 1830s. This important currency started to appear at this time, and it was called El Guinea. El Guinea, El Guinea. And if you don't know, El Guinea, it came from another important currency, outdated currency that was used in Britain, but this is very similar to El Guinea. Okay, so it came from British currency, about 300 years old. Okay, because actually the connection to the British currency was intense at this time because of the trading and all this. Actually, the Egyptian pound, when it started, it was not the main, let's say, currency in Egypt. The main currency in Egypt was the piaster, which is el-irsh, which is in modern Standard Arabic el-qirsh. We say it irsh in Egyptian Arabic. Okay, el-irsh. One Egyptian pound equals 100 piasters. Meet irsh, 100 piasters. Okay, so at the beginning of time, so throughout the 19th century and the starting of the 20th century, the Egyptian pound was very strong in value and was very powerful. That was actually equal to one British sterling. Okay, it was actually the same value, more or less, and up to, let's say, 1970s, it was still very powerful. I will tell you actually what was the value of the Egyptian pound in comparison to the US dollar during this time later. Okay, so it's very important for now to know that the Egyptian pound started at in the 19th century at the time of Muhammad Ali Pasha. Okay, Muhammad Ali Pasha, 1830s, during the 1830s, and it came as a very important currency, the main currency that consists of 100 piasters. Now let's have a short talk about the currency and how the currency look in Egypt. Okay, how the currency look in Egypt. We have different banknotes, for example, but before I show you the photos of the banknote, I want to tell you that the Egyptian pound, or the Egyptian currency in general, it has two main forms. Like many other currency, it has a banknote form and also it has a coin form. Okay, and lately the Egyptian pound started to be well known as a coin, and the banknote Egyptian pound is more or less extinct for some years now. So people usually use the coin for the banknote for the Egyptian pound and the 50 piasters. Okay, these are very popular in Egypt today. The banknote starts from 5 pounds. We have also 10 pounds. We have 50 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, and 200 pounds. And 200 pounds is the highest banknote value that we have as a banknote, as a paper. Okay, so now let's have a look at the photos of the different banknotes and how they look like. The Egyptian pound, you find on the front side the Mosque of Qaitbay, and he was one of the very important sultans in the Mamluki period. And on the back side, you will find the temple of Ramses El Thani in Nubia. Okay, a very important of Abu Simbel. It's called Abu Simbel, the temple of Ramses El Thani, the very important temple of Ramses El Thani. The next banknote is the £5, and the £5 you find on the front side. You find the mosque of Ahmad ibn Toulon from the Dawla Touloniyya or Toulonic state, and it was part of the Islamic history of Egypt. Something dates back about 900 or to 1000 years old, very, very old, and still remains today. Very interesting to visit. And on the back side of the currency, of the Egyptian currency of the £5, you will find some pharaonic sculpture or pharaonic paintings. Okay, the £10, it's also a very interesting and very important currency. It has at the front side the Mosque of El-Rifa'i, and Mosque of El-Rifa'i was built at the beginning of the 20th century, and the mother of Al-Khidawi Ismail, Khushyar Hanem, built this mosque in order to be like a tomb for the family, for the Khidawi family. So you'll find the tomb of her in this mosque, exists in this mosque, and also her son Al-Khidawi Ismail, and also the tomb of different kings in the Muhammad Ali family, like Fuad and Farouk and their spouses. The £20 is a very interesting banknote currency. The 20 Egyptian pounds, you will see in the front side of it the Mosque of Muhammad Ali Basha. And this is one of the important sites that you should see in Cairo. And in this mosque, he was also buried inside the mosque. His mausoleum is in the mosque. And the mosque is built in the Ottoman style. Okay, so he depicts the Ottoman style from the mosques in Istanbul. So if you travel to Istanbul, you will find mosques like Sulaimaniyya and King or Sultan Ahmed, very similar in the shape, the way of the domes, and also the shape of the minarets, the very thin minarets. This is the Ottoman style. Okay, so he brought the Ottoman style and built his mosque to resemble this style, and I think this is one of the very important mosques of this style in Cairo. On the back side, the English one, you will find something related to ancient Egyptian culture, which is the most important of it. You find the drawings, of course, the ancient Egyptian drawings, hieroglyphic writings, and you will find as well this picture on the right, which depicts the king Ramses El Thalith, Ramses III, riding the chariot or the military vehicle in one of his battles. And the military vehicles, they are very, very important in the history of Egypt, and they appeared in the modern stage of the pharaonic history, typically with the Ramses and the generations, Ramses the first, the second, the third, and so on. The £50 is also one of the important and interesting banknote currency. As usual, the front side Islamic art, the back side ancient Egyptian art. On the front side, you will find a very interesting mosque that's called Qughmas al-Ishaqi Mosque of Qughmas al-Ishaqi. Okay, and as you see also in the £200, these mosques belong to the Mamluk period, and Qughmas al-Ishaqi, he was a prince during the rule of Qaitbay. And the Qaitbay was a sultan, Mamluk sultan in the Mamluk period, a very famous one, Qaitbay. And this mosque is very interesting, and is called also by the locals Abu Hariba. On the back side, you will find also something related to the ancient Egyptian, which is a temple, part of the temple of Edfu, okay, or the temple of Horus or Horus in Edfu. And this is the second well-preserved temple after the Karnak temple. And this temple is remarkable for its columns, and the way you see the columns and how huge they are, and how beautiful, especially the top part of the column, something that's more or of a plant art, something like a lotus, the flower of lotus. And it's very interesting to see how huge and how beautiful these temples were built, and they are still there after thousands of years. So this is how the 50 pounds look like from the front side and the back side. The 100 pounds, the front side of the 100 pounds, you will see the Sultan Hassan Mosque. Okay, remember when we talked about the Rifai Mosque in the 10 pounds? Usually you see these two mosques together. Okay, they are very near to each other, and it might seem that they were built at the same time, but actually the Sultan Hassan Mosque was built in the Mamluk period, something like about 600 years ago or more, but the Rifai Mosque was built at the beginning of the 20th century. Okay, so Sultan Hassan Mosque was built by Sultan Hassan, one of the famous Mamluk sultans, and it's a wonderful mosque, must visit for anybody who is interested in Islamic Cairo. On the back side of the currency, you will find also something related to ancient Egyptian, which is the head of the Sphinx or Abul Hol. Let's talk about the 200 pounds. The 200 pounds are actually the highest valued banknote. We don't have more than 200 pounds as a banknote paper. And it, as usual, as you see, an Islamic art, a mosque, usually at the front side, the Arabic side, and an ancient Egyptian art or something related to ancient Egypt or pharaonic on the back side. On the front side, you will see a very important mosque, one of the beautiful mosques of the Mamluk period, and this mosque is called Qanibay Mosque, or the Mosque of Qanibay Saifi or Qanibay Ramah. Saifi means the sword man, okay, relating to the sword. And this guy, he was a prince during the Sultan Qunsuwa al-Ghuri, the Mamluk Sultan Qunsuwa al-Ghuri. And this mosque was built in the 16th century, 1503 after Christ. And as you can see, still preserved with very beautiful Islamic art. Its minaret is typical Mamluk style, and its dome, actually the huge dome, and its wonderful decorations, you can see it as well. And this is a very beautiful mosque that belongs to the Mamluk period. On the back side of the 200 pounds, you will find the ancient Egyptian writer ready to write the scripts in hieroglyphic. And the setting of the ancient Egyptian writer is very interesting, very important, and you can see it on the back side of the 200 pounds. This is the most remarkable thing here. You can see also a hieroglyphic writing right next to it, I think depicting a name of the person or something like this. So this is how we see the 200 pounds. One final point about the currency that is very important is the exchange rate. The exchange rate right now is as follows. So as of the time of recording this, we are now more or less in the middle of August 2021, and the Egyptian one US dollar equals about 15.7 Egyptian pounds. Okay, so 1 US dollar is 15.7 Egyptian pounds, or 15 Egyptian pounds and 70 piasters. Okay, and 1 euro or 1 euro equals about 18.4 Egyptian pounds, or 18 pounds and 40 piasters. So now this ends our episode today. I hope that you liked it and you now have some understanding about the Egyptian currency. We still didn't talk about the coins. Maybe we can talk about it in a later episode, but enough now that we know the banknotes and we know the value of the currency and some interesting facts about them and the history. And I also want to emphasize the importance of knowing the currency of Egypt, or in any country actually. If you are visiting this country, it gives you a lot. And also if you dive into the history of this country, you will find really reflections on the banknote as we discussed today. Don't forget to learn the Egyptian Arabic 101 basic course. This is for complete beginner, so I'm including the link for this course in the description below and also in the first comment. So have a look, enroll for free, 100% free, and get all the basic information needed to know Egyptian Arabic. So you will find the link, as I told you, in the description box and also in the comment section below. And also don't forget to like this episode and to subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Tell me your opinion about this episode. If you have any more any information that I didn't say or something that you would like to share, I will be very happy to read it and respond to you as soon as possible as well. And also don't forget to go to my social media profile and have a look. You will find all this information in the description section below. My website as well, and my phrases booklets. You will find it in my online shop. So have a look, and I'll be very happy if you leave me a comment. Thanks a lot for watching this episode, and see you in a future one.